It's interesting because what you believe shows itself to you over and over again. Not because it has to, not because it must, not because it's inevitable, and not because it's right. It just shows itself to you. What you believe shows itself to you simply because you believe it. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So as you continue to think this thought, then law of attraction shores it up, gathers evidence, brings it right to you, gives you proof of what you believe. And the thing that is so interesting is that law of attraction is doing the same for the weird others with their weird beliefs. So their beliefs are being proved to them too. And then most humans spend most of their life, once they sort of get a foothold out from under the thumb of adults who have been controlling them, most set out to argue the perfection of their own beliefs against the imperfection of the others, which is not what you planned to do at all. You came to embrace the diversity because out of it comes your clarity of what you prefer. It would be like artists arguing over the right color. I picked red and you picked blue, and I don't want to ever find you in the red can. In other words, you're limited to your belief and don't dabble. Do not explore into anything other than what you believe. Well, that's not hard for most people to hear when you, in your trying to control things, speak to them, because it's the way they think too. Let's just take our little finite cluster of beliefs and let's gather together in small groups who also believe as we do and try to recruit others into our ever-growing group so that we can protect ourselves from those other colors, from those other ideas, when what you really intended to do was to take some of all of it and mix it together into a beautiful tapestry that makes up your very unique experience. There are not two of you who want the same, who are the same, who believe the same, or who have come with identical intentions. You are so diverse in your talent and in your ability to create, in your uniqueness. But you will not know your uniqueness until you allow the uniqueness in others. We want you to applaud their differences with you. Their differences with you. Esther would say to Jerry, I would really like to talk about this because I really want to know what you think about it. And Jerry would say, I think you don't want to know what I think. I think you want me to agree with what you think. And Esther would say, oh, no, I really want to know what you think as I guide you gently and persistently to the right way of looking at it. So we're not wanting to uproot your sense of who you are and what you want. We are not wanting to talk you into or out of anything. But we would like you to have more fun and more power and more clarity and more naturalness, more what you intended when you decided to come, more broadness, more depth, more expansion, more fun, more exhilaration. We would like you to experience the whole of you, and you can't do it when you push against any other. You cannot be who you really are if you are pushing against anything that anyone else is, no matter how wrong you deem it to be. Because you live in a universe that is vibrationally based, is attraction based, which means you get what you think about whether you want it or not. So when you choose something in another that you do not want, you include it in your tapestry because you activate the vibration of it within you, and then it must come to you, which is why you sometimes, often, every now and again, pretty much always, it's why you rail against them, because there is a part of you that recognizes that when you identify some unwanted thing in a society or in an individual or even in yourself, and you push against it in an effort to make it go away, that actually you're doing the opposite, because you're including it in your vibration, which means law of attraction is giving you more opportunity to examine it more fully. You get what you think about. You get what you focus upon. Your point of focus, your broadcast, equals your point of attraction. So as you think about it, want it or not, you activate it in your vibration, and that it comes to you more. And isn't that annoying? Wouldn't it have been nice if source energy, law of attraction, Abraham, somebody, anybody had just figured out what you want and only makes that available to you? I want to think about everything, but I only want you to give me the things that you know I really want. Sort it out for me. And we say, you have such freedom. You have the freedom to give your attention to anything. And when you give your attention to it, you activate the vibration. And when you do it more, you activate a stronger vibration until you get true momentum going. So law of attraction and momentum are the same word, aren't they? Law of attraction and momentum, it means the same thing. When you give your attention to it, it becomes part of your experience. And then you say, see, I knew it was true. I knew it was true. I've proved it with my own life. And we say, you've proven it, yes, but you've created it. Yes, you've created it. You've created all of these things. You're doing extremely well, because there is so much about your life, your specific, unique, individual life, that is exactly as you want it to be. But we know there are some things that you prefer to be different, and that's why you're here, to co-create with us in an environment of more allowing than usual. It is more likely that you will find yourself vibrationally in what we are calling the receptive mode, in the vibrational state of allowing, where you are allowing, maybe in a more consistent way than the usual, allowing yourself to be receptive of what you have sorted from life that you desire. We want you all to know that it doesn't matter what your numbers are, whether you're a 1 or a handful or a billion. It does not matter what your numbers are. Non-physical energy, as it focuses upon you and among you and to you and through you, knows everything that is important to you, and is focused only upon those things that you are requesting, those things that you have defined that you desire. You have lived enough life. You are in the perfect place. You have defined your preferences. Your preferences are collected, and law of attraction is responding to your preferences. Your inner being stands as an entity of attraction. The source within you is focused upon what you have decided that you want. And there is a powerful momentum flowing to this collective gathering of ideas and desires and needs and wishes and hopes and dreams that you've put into place. And this vortex of attraction is a reality that is known by us, and it is precisely and specifically about you. And as we focus upon who you really are, and we do, it will be difficult for you to focus otherwise, because we are so certain of who you are. And if you will relax and allow yourself to be called to the reception of who you really are, you will redefine your point of attraction, and you will walk from this room new unto the world, with all who you know and those that you are attracting that you have not met yet, changed because of the vibrational shift that has taken place within you. We are feeling such appreciation for your willingness to play with us, because while the shift will take place in you, and while benefit will come to you, all that is benefits too. Don't worry about the order of things. We've got it. Don't worry about anything. Just let yourself be inspired to your participation and watch what happens. This is co-creation at its best. As you allow the expansion of your being, then you have more delicious exposure to life in places that you didn't know it was even there. This is a scanty analogy, but it's like maybe you're out in a beautiful valley and you've been enjoying the things that are on the surface for quite a long time. But there is a big cluster of diamonds about 12 feet beneath the surface, and there's another vein of pure gold that's running along the side of the river, and you've been appreciating the trees and everything on top, but there are some other nuggets, there are some other beautiful things that aren't on the surface that you'd like to explore. But you have to be more precise you can't dig up the whole valley. You want to have some sense of where they are, and you powerfully want to discover them, because you've been there, done that, and you've been there and done that, and you've been there and done that, and you've been there and you've done that, and you've been there and done that, and you've been there and done that. And now you're looking deeper and deeper and deeper for the satisfaction of life. You see, you come into these physical bodies and you explore superficially. It isn't until you become a vibrational miner that you begin discovering the true beauty and things of interest, you see. Oh, we want you to have all the money that you can spend. We do. And we want you to surround yourself with all of the beautiful things and experiences, and you are doing that. And there is so much for you to explore in that way. But so often you are missing the true evolution of your being, which is a changing of the way that you're looking at things. And that's what this is all about. Look at the difference in music and the approach that different generations and different genius individuals within the generations. Look at the difference in the way they receive and express something like that. And look at how, as it continues to evolve, it's like much of the society evolves with it. They find a new point of listening to, so that the society at large, or even individually, can't go far back and listen with much satisfaction, because it's what's moving forward. It's the exploration that's forward. And it's that way in all things. You have to accept the expansiveness of who you are. And you have to accept that you are more than this physical being. And most of all, this is what we want you to accept. We want you to accept and lovingly know that your inner being has taken the expansion that you have provided to a whole new place, and that it is catching up with that expansion and living within that vibrational expansion that is the joy that you are all looking for. And so we're just saying that your happiness is often in places where you don't think to look. But when you receive an inspiration and you follow it through, and then you feel the thrill of the expansion that has taken place within you, then you sort of get what we're talking about. You can't stay long in this physical body without things that are interesting you and intriguing you. And you can't stay long and happy in this physical body unless the things that are interesting you and intriguing you, unless you are somewhere in the vibrational vicinity. Now, I want to say to all of you, this is the deepest conversation that we are going to have. We've sort of set a tone in a whole new place, and we don't have to stay in this place that's sort of hard for you to understand. This is a conversation we're having, and some of you went along with it. Some of you didn't, because this is the leading edge. Don't worry about it. We're going to catch up to each and everything that is important to each and every one of you.